Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we are doing the super fun summer colorful makeup look using all drugstore, all affordable products. I feel like there's a big misconception around like drugstore products in the sense that you won't be able to create super intricate makeup looks or like creative makeup looks and stuff like that. So I kind of wanted to slam that misconception in the trash, if you know what I mean, and show you guys that you can get creative with drugstore makeup with affordable makeup. So let's go ahead and get started. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and let's go. We're gonna start off with primer. This is a great one to use for the summertime because it actually has SPF in it. So it's the Master Prime primer base blur and defend. I don't know, just look for the purple. It has a blurring technology to it, so not only are you protecting your skin, but you're also getting that like slightly pore refining feature. Alright, for foundation today, I'm gonna use my OG, the Maybelline Fit Me foundation in the shade 228 Soft Tan, and I'm gonna apply that with the Real Techniques Beauty Blender. This is, or not Beauty Blender, but blender. Sorry, that's such a bad habit for me to do that. But this blender is really, really nice, and it's a great one from the drugstore. Highly recommend, and you guys know I love this foundation. It's like ride or die for sure. So I'm just gonna apply that all over the face, a nice thin even layer. I feel like this color, every time I like go to a different foundation and come back to it, I just find that this color matches me so perfectly. Like there is not another foundation out there that has like the same exact color matches this for me personally. Even out of like high-end foundations, I feel like this shade is just like the most perfect match I've ever seen. I was gonna use the new foundation because they did come out with a stick foundation, the Super Stay Stick Foundation, but once I sat down I was like, I just want to use my Fit Me because I love it so much. It just looks so good. That's all I'm gonna say about it. I did take a little bit of the foundation and bring it onto the eyelid just because I don't want my eyelids to be too light for this makeup look, but I am gonna prime them with some concealer right now just to get a nice even base going. I just wanna buff that concealer in all the way into the brow bone area. And I'm not gonna go in and set this with too much powder, maybe just up here by the brow bone because I'm gonna be using a cream color. So we don't want the cream to like have a hard time blending over the powder basically. But before we do that, I am gonna go into the Maybelline New York Lemonade Craze palette and just take a few transitional shades from this. I really like this palette in general, but these transition shades are beautiful for the summertime, and I feel like it just takes any look from like normal to like super summery, you know what I'm trying to say? I'm first gonna take Berry Ice, which is this guy right here, and I'm just gonna, I almost dropped the palette. I'm just gonna take that right into the crease with a little blending brush. This is from Morphe. It's the Morphe M433. And then just really quickly, I'm gonna take Coral Punch on the same exact brush to add a little bit of warmth into the eye makeup look. This is such a pretty coral shade, but it's gonna complement the pinks and purples that we're using really well. And again, just really make it a summery look. Okay, now we're gonna spice it up a little bit and add on this purple cream color from NYX. It's called Vivid Brights, and the shade is Sugar Rush. Ooh. But it's a really pretty lilac color, and I feel like I haven't done a purple look in forever, and this color really spoke to me when I saw it at Ulta, in the Ulta stands. I'm gonna start to buff this into the eye, and then I'm gonna go in with a smaller brush from Real Techniques. This is the shading brush, and just kind of smooth out the edges, but you want to definitely use a different brush for this step, like kind of go back and forth between two brushes, because if you always use the same brush that you picked up the product on, the product is gonna get dispersed too heavily, so you want to blend this out with a clean brush. What you wanna do from here is kind of just blend out these edges with the same brush that we used for our transition shade. And I might even pick up a little bit more of this color right here. This is a Makeup Revolution palette. It's the 24 karat gold chocolate palette. And let me get my little sheet. These have the names on them, but I'm gonna use the shade Spice. So that one right there. I'm just using that to slightly deepen up this crease and continue to add in that purple hue. It's starting to come together, guys. So next I'm gonna take the Maybelline Color Tattoo 24-Hour Metal Eyeshadow. This is a cream shadow again, and it's in the shade Inked in Pink. I'm just gonna take that right in the center of the lid to add kind of like a pop of metallic finish. And then I'm gonna top that off with the shade Strawberry Lemonade from the Maybelline Lemonade Craze palette. I keep wanting to call it the Pink Lemonade palette for some reason. Oh, yes, 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 yes. This is what I was looking for. Perfection to my bection. And then for lashes, I'm gonna be using these guys right here. This is the Eyler London Luxe Baroque Style. And if you have Ardell Wispies, those would actually be really pretty with this makeup look as well, but I couldn't find mine today, so I'm gonna try out these. And whenever you have new lashes, I like to kind of measure it on my lash band, where I'm gonna put it and then cut off a little section. And this will just really help the lashes fit better on your eyes, and also tends to make them look more natural, like it's just so that they're not hanging off the edges. While the glue dries, I'm just gonna go ahead and curl my lashes a little bit and then add on some mascara. And today I'm gonna be using this one from Neutrogena. It's the Neutrogena Hydro Boost Plumping Mascara, and this is the waterproof version, so it's perfect for summertime. So I'm just gonna do a really small coat, and waterproof definitely makes your lashes stay up, like stay curled longer. So that's something to keep in mind, but obviously it's just good for the summertime because it's gonna withstand the heat and the pool and the beach and everything like that. Time to pop these bad boys on. Just adding on some lip balm. This is from Neutrogena. It's also from the Hydro Boost line. It's the Hydrating Lip Treatment. Just gonna get my lips prepped for the lip color, but now we're gonna go in with concealer, and I'm using this one from Makeup Revolution. This is the Conceal and Define Full Coverage Conceal and Contour in the shade C8. So I'm just gonna apply a little bit right to the hollows first and blend that out. And this one actually has a really nice undertone to it because it has a bit of a peachy undertone actually, so it really cancels out discoloration and brightens everything up. Then I'm gonna go in with the real layer, the full duty layer. So this time I'm gonna go all underneath the eyes as well as on the forehead, down the center, and on the chin. I've been having so many breakouts on my chin that I've just come to accept them as part of my skin at this point. Then I'm gonna use this LA Girl Pro Powder HD powder, and this is in the banana yellow shade, so it does have a little bit of a tint to it. I'm gonna use this to bake underneath the eyes just for a couple minutes. I've been liking the ones with tints lately. A lot of times I'll use Too Faced, the Peach Perfect powder. Wait, is that what it's called? Yeah, the Peach Perfect powder from Too Faced, the setting powder, because it has like a peachy tint. So yeah, typically like I've been leaning towards things that have more of a tint to them, just because then I don't get that like white cast underneath my eyes. For my T-zone area, I'm actually gonna go in with the Rimmel Stay Matte powder, just because I don't wanna bake up there today. I don't want it to look too cakey up there. So I'm just gonna take that on my Real Techniques setting brush and gently pat that in to the T-zone area. So now to add on some contour, I'm actually gonna be using this face powder from Flower Beauty. This is something that I like to do a lot of times because it looks so much more natural than most contours or bronzers. So I'm gonna use this kind of like as both, like a contour and a bronzer, so an all over bronze, but I'm also gonna take this on a smaller brush. Maybe I'll try this one. This is from Morphe, it's the M530, and I'm gonna buff that into the hollows of the cheeks. And by the way, this one is in the shade Sable D2. Face powders blend so much better than most contouring powders because they're meant to blend out nicely and smoothly and everything, and they do add a little bit more coverage if you're looking for it, especially because, like, for example, today we really only set the under eye area and the T-zone, so sometimes mama needs a little bit more coverage over here, you know. And I'm gonna take that same exact powder and use it for my nose contour. I would say to go like 2 shades darker than your like foundation shade if you're gonna use it for like contour or bronzer. I'm also going to like enhance the bronzer just a little bit more with this beautiful baked bronzer. This one is from Makeup Revolution again, and it's in the shade Rock On World. I thought I was gonna say Rock My World, but no. Rock on, world. And this one's just gonna add a little bit more glow because obviously this is matte. This was like a matte face powder. So just to add on a little bit more oomph to the look, I go in with a shinier one too. And then for blush, I'm gonna be using a kind of peachy tone. Actually, this is like a coral to me. It's called Pearlescent Pink, but to me, like this looks like a coral shade, like a peachy coral, I would say. And I feel like it's gonna match so perfectly with the blending shade that we use. So I'm just gonna take that on a Morphe E4 and pop that right onto the apples of the cheeks. So fresh, so dewy. We're gonna go ahead and just finish off the eyes. And honestly, I'm not gonna do that much because I kind of like the way it looks, very like top is done, but the bottom is kind of clean. So where is my little pencil brush? I'm gonna go back into the coral shade, Coral Punch from the Maybelline palette, and just dab that right underneath the eyes. So I'm gonna pop that same NYX cream color in the purple shade right into that lower waterline. But again, if you have a white or even a nude, that would definitely still do the trick, but you just want to kind of put something light right down there in the waterline so that it kind of gives it, again, a very fresh and clean look. Then we'll go back in with that same mascara, and this mascara wand is actually really, really nice for this lower lash line because I feel like it just deposits the mascara so evenly and smoothly throughout the lashes. And it doesn't add too much product. Like, it doesn't make them too voluminous here on the bottom. Ba-bam. Look at this bad boy. This is a really pretty highlighter from Maybelline. This is the Master Holographic Prismatic Highlighter. It's so pretty because it actually has like reflex of purple-y pink almost. Like, it's gonna look perfect with this eye makeup look. But I'm gonna use this as my inner corner highlight first to kick it off. Bro, I got hella powder in my contacts, so it's now, I literally feel like this. For some reason, it's not showing up that purple on camera, but actually in real life, it's quite purple. Lavender, I would say. It's purple, guys, trust me. And I'm gonna take that same highlighter and put it right on the tops of the cheekbones. And then I think with a bit of a fluffier brush, I'm gonna take just like a normal highlighter shade and kind of blend it out so that it looks more subtle. It kind of gives it like a duochrome effect. Like, is it purple? Is it holographic? No, it's just normal. I'm gonna finish the lips off with the Wet n Wild Gel Lip Liner in the shade Think Flamingos, and then the Maybelline, I think these are called the Shine Compulsion lipsticks, and this is in the shade Pink Fetish. Just to finish it off, I'm gonna add a little bit more gloss right in the center, but these lip products, the Shine Compulsion lipsticks from Maybelline, are actually really, really good and like shiny, long wearing for a lipstick, you know, they stay on pretty well. But just to add a little bit of extra pop right in the center, I'm just gonna add on this gloss from CoverGirl, their Colorlicious gloss in Give Me Guava. So shiny. It's like a shine compulsion. Okay, let's go ahead and set the face. So I'm gonna use this Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. Okay. Just gotta let that dry. Super summery, but different, you know? I was trying to play with color, trying to get in the mode. This was actually like not the look that I was planning to do at all. I was planning to do like bronze with a blue wing, and like it was a whole different thing. But once I sat down and started playing with the colors, this is what I came up with. So I hope you guys liked it. Give it a thumbs up if you did, and don't forget to subscribe right down below if you haven't already. And I will have the products listed below for you guys if you want to check any of them out, and link down below for the ones that you can buy online, because I know sometimes drugstore makeup, I feel like you can't always buy it online, or at least that's how it was OG days. But okay, I'm babbling now. But thank you guys so much for watching. I'll also put a link down below for Gem Beauty. Perfection. Anyways, I'll put a link down below for Gem Beauty San Francisco if you guys want to come and do the meet and greet and everything with me. And yeah, I feel like I've talked about that in a couple videos now, so you probably know what I'm talking about when I say the little surprise for the first 50 people in line. I'm so excited. But yeah, oh my gosh, lipstick is literally getting everywhere. So that means it's my time to go. I'll see you guys next time. Bye. I said, oh God. Oh my God. Do you know that song? It's like really stuck in my head. Like, oh God. Oh my god. That's the only part I know. Like, oh god. Oh my god. I said, oh god.